know if I need to cut this light on in the back. Let me see. That might help. I'm on my lunch break. So I said, why not tap in with y'all? I have a topic on here, so we just gonna make it do what it's do and roll with it. So do excuse me if you see me eating. I picked up two extra loan closings today. I only had originally four. I'm sorry, originally two. Now I got four. So the topic today I want to talk about is the ultimate side hustle tier, which gig apps actually pay. Because I know a lot of y'all been reaching out to me, some of my previous videos, talking about asking me about gig apps and let me know that some of you have actually signed up and are starting to do them. So I said, why not just make a live video in case anybody jumps on here and they have any questions. And if this is not a good time for y'all, y'all let me know what time would be good for y'all. But like I told y'all, this is the time of day that I'm more productive and more focused. Like, although I'm doing a lot of stuff, I'm more focused. But if y'all need me to come on later in the day, I will. So I hear a lot of people talk about GoPuff. GoPuff was the actual very first delivery gig app I had ever done before. I never had did DoorDash. Well, let me quit. Let me take it back. I did DoorDash one order and I did not like it because my first DoorDash order that I accepted, I was not familiar with the app. Mine this was years ago. I was not familiar with the app. There wasn't that many videos talking about to start to finish once you accept and how it looks on the screen. So I accepted the order. I went to, I think it might have been Chick-fil-A. Wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do once I got there, who I was supposed to talk to. And then it was to a business. That was a nightmare. So here I am pulling up to this huge building here where I'm at. I'm like, oh my God, where they at? I didn't know that you go inside sometimes there's a particular area or a particular person. I didn't know how to look through the phone to even find out where you supposed to deliver it to. So it was a lot. So it discouraged me to go back onto it. So fast forward, I found out about GoPuff. Now, GoPuff was new in the area. In this area, it was new. It wasn't new. I'm thinking like in California somewhere, but it was new in this area. So I was needing extra money, like always. And we all need extra money, and I didn't have childcare, so I needed something that I could take my children with me because I didn't have nobody to watch them. So originally, GoPuff, I heard some people, around the way was talking about how relaxed it was. All you have to do was just pull up at this warehouse. They bring the stuff out to you. They load it up, and you go take it to people's cars. I'm like, oh, perfect. So that was the one way, and they had me hooked. So I think I just had my daughter and my baby boy with me that one day. And mind you, they only had was like evening shift. At the time, they had like the schedule was like a lot. You could pick up a lot of hours. So I wanted like I'm not quite sure if I was in between jobs or what. I know I had issues with childcare. I do know that. So I might have been struggling with jobs, employment at the time. So I wanted day shift because with day shift hours you can get like 4, 5, 6 hour shifts, but at nighttime, I think you can get like 2 hours, 1 hour here. There. It was really crazy. So once I figured out exactly how their assigned schedules work on GoPuff, I picked me up a shift. I did not like it. It was very ghetto. It was very hood. It was very ghetto. It was very hood. People were smoking marijuana in their car. People had all the kids hanging in the backseat of the car. The warehouse that I worked at, they favored certain people. So they seem to get all the shifts and all the better orders, better paying orders at the time. So I was like, oh, bump this. I'm not doing this. This ain't working. So I moved on from GoPuff. So they opened up more warehouses all over where I'm currently at. And it came in the app that they're opening up more warehouses. So I was happy. I'm eating Papa John's pizza, y'all. They had a special buy one large, get one large free. So that's what we eating today. So once they open up more warehouses, drinking coconut water, not nothing else, y'all. Excuse me. Ooh, that pepper. So once I found that it was opening up more warehouses, mainly closer to where I lived, I was like, oh yeah, this is what's up. So I tried it one more time, one more again, right? And I absolutely loved it. The people that was at the warehouse closer to my house, they were mad cool. They didn't care if your kids was in the car. As long as your kids didn't come into the building to where they had to package everything up, they can be in the car. As long as they didn't take the food items to the people's houses, their front door or apartment door, it doesn't matter. They didn't show favoritism at the time. They didn't show favoritism. So everything was a plus, plus, plus. And they paid per bag, but they tipped very well. So say they paid $5 per bag. Now with GoPuff, you get paid per bag per delivery. It's not like any other app I've ever heard of before. They paid per bag, but the tips was really I really made good money doing GoPuff. Like I was addicted. Like how I got addicted to Spark, I was addicted. Me and the kids were doing GoPuff all the time. They were like, "Mom, we gonna go do the GoPuff." They was begging me. And mind you, I kind of got discouraged. I ain't gonna want to keep saying discouraged. I kind of got like done with because the evening shifts was where you get to make the most money because it would be tips, right? Because people be ordering like it's because GoPuff do like convenience store app, the convenience store deliveries like tater chips, soda, 2 liter soda, 20-ounce sodas, candy, anything you can buy from the convenience store, even alcohol, wine, anything. So when people get off work, they don't want to go to the convenience store. They would download GoPuff as an app if it was servicing the area. Then they can have, the packers pack it in the warehouse and I deliver it. So it was like a win-win, like a brilliant idea. Because sometimes you don't want to go to the convenience store. So I can understand why somebody came up with that. Pretty good. So, but since the most of the shifts were in the evening, and I didn't really like driving at night. Now, mind you, that GoPuff, and this is back to what I'm saying at Ashley Pay. GoPuff, they deal with the same customers. You get to a point. If you do GoPuff or you thinking about GoPuff, you deliver to the same, pretty much the same people use this app all the time faithfully. Then you learn because they give you a notification comes across and say, okay, once you select a shift, if a shift is available, say you work from 4 to 9, and the shifts and you accept 4 to 9, and an address come across that maybe that person was rude to you, or maybe that person doesn't they order a lot but they don't tip, you can decline and then go to the next driver. So it goes in tiers. Like the first driver, whoever's the first driver ahead of you, then it works its way down. So say order A comes in, it goes A goes to driver one, and then B come in and driver two, then C come in and driver three. It's like that. So they try to be fair as possible. Try to. Although sometimes there's warehouses where the manager might like a driver better or more, or maybe they flirting or whatever they're doing after work, and that driver is getting a lot of the higher paying tip orders or closer to the facility so they can get back on the get back in line to get more orders. So the fastest you can deliver and get back, that means you get more orders. That's what I liked about it. It's not like quite like Walmart Spark, but I'll tell you Walmart Spark too. So GoPuff, I really made a lot of money with GoPuff. But just like always, Everything that's good at the beginning eventually fades out. The one particular warehouse that I really enjoyed servicing, they changed management. They couldn't keep no people in those baggers, I think that's what they called. So we went to a different area in my town that was a lot better, but it was so many drivers there. You know how that go. It was so many drivers. So say I had a block from like four, I'm just say 4 to 9. I might not get none. I might not get a delivery order at 5. So that means I sit a whole hour and getting paid. Then they try to implement, if you do get a block, you get paid maybe $5, $4 an hour. But drivers were complaining. So it was just a lot. It was a lot with GoPuff, but I really enjoyed GoPuff. I really did. A lot of my videos are about GoPuff, and they're doing really well right now. When I talk about my days with GoPuff, because I did make a lot of money with GoPuff. I made just as much money with GoPuff as I did with Uber and Lyft. No lie. Because when I would get tired of hauling people around, I would haul items around. And then you can't always get Uber Connect. Uber Connect is when you just picking up packages and taking them, not people. And but in my area, I guess people don't utilize Uber Connect as much, so it wasn't that much need. And I guess this is the time I need to tell you that I have an ebook now. So if you stay this far along in the video, I'm trying to put it in the chat. I think that worked. Okay, I think it went. So if you catch it in replay, I appreciate it. Don't seem like too many people on here, although I can't really see it. I might come back tonight. I might not. But I wanted to show up because today is day 10. Let me put that in the chat too. Day 10 of the 100K challenge. Put that in the chat too. She see a bird. You want it? You want to make it your friend? You want to make it your friend? Because you're not going to harm it. You're not going to harm it. You want to make it your friend? Hmm? They be thinking I be talking to them. I be talking to the camera. But GoPuff was my top earner aside of Uber and Lyft. And I'm trying to think of another one. People on like my top ones that you could really run it up. Because with Uber, if you like driving, it was starting to take a wear and tear on my back. But you can do like you could do 12 hours on Uber and you can do 12 hours on Lyft. But there is a limit. I'm trying to fill my schedule up this week with notary appointments. So that's why I had to check my phone because they've been coming in. They have really been coming in. I've been grabbing them left and right. As long as they're paying like $100 over, I've been grabbing them. Because with notary business, you want to try to make as much money in the beginning of the month because in the month you're gonna be slam packed, and then you don't have to work so hard. But I really don't think it's like the notary business is like a side hustle or a gig because it's not a gig out. I'm trying to think. I know go like I said, GoPuff, Uber, Lyft, and I'm just trying to be honest with y'all. So I don't have a list. I'm just going on top of my head. Cause in my area, when I was doing Uber and Lyft, I can make if I go out like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I could make $100. Be done made $100 by 8 o'clock, and I've been home. I'm back home with my children. Now, yeah, was I tired? I was extremely tired, but I made it do what it do. And people say, "Well, or weren't you afraid of picking up strangers?" No, not really. I can tell you my experience when I first started. I'm not sure if it was Uber or Lyft, but I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right quick because I haven't heard too many people talk about it. I think it was my very first time. I have been signed up on Uber and Lyft platform. I can't even remember which one. So if you do, please bear with me. It might be Lyft. But then I found out Uber paid more, so I think it was Lyft. Anyway, I had signed up for the platform years ago. I was too scared to put people in my car and go all around where I'm at. So I was need money, and I knew I can cash out right then and there. So I turned my app on. I said, I'm gonna just do one run. Y'all, let me tell you, I pulled up. Cause people that use the app, they already know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. So I'm the driver. I pull up. This black guy gets in the car, basically my car. I'm trying to be all like the chauffeur, like, oh, where you go, trying to be presentable, personable. Y'all, when I am almost to his destination, because I'm steady following him out, I'm scared. Like, I'm nervous. Like, what if he taking me somewhere nobody can find me or don't, I'm just thinking crazy, but still trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? You always try to play it cool. How about my dang on phone? I ain't mean to spit. My phone it goes dead. And this man has to tell me how to get to his house or wherever he going to. That stuff was so freaking embarrassing. Oh my God. So my phone goes dead. I can't end the ride. So what I had to do, I had to go home, hear him charge my phone, let my phone get a little bit of juice, let my phone charge back on. Then once it charged back on, I logged back in and ended the ride. That was an experience. Now that's not as bad as some people say their first experiences were, or some experiences people have had. I had this one experience, and we're gonna talk about rideshare. And I'm not trying to discourage y'all, but I have to let y'all know, like, for women wanting to do this, make extra money to get out of debt or do just save money, this all you can do right now while your kids at school. I know this one lady, she used to make a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and she would just drive while her daughter was at school. I don't even know where she was in South Carolina. You might have seen her videos, but she hasn't made any videos in a while. But she was a Uber or Lyft driver, and that's the only time she drove was when her daughter was in school. I think she drove while her daughter was in school, and then her mom would keep her daughter in the evening and she'd go back out. I don't know, but it was something like that. So I was a night driver. I was an early morning driver. Those are the times that I like to drive because less traffic. If you know what I'm saying. So I don't like a lot of traffic. I like to get there, get whatever, drop you off, and I'm on to the next session. I like my keep my wheels are turning, so my money keep it flowing, right? So I was at I picked up a good paying order. I never looked at the amount. I just looked at the dollar amount, y'all, because at the end of the day, I broke it down, pay per hour. So at least I was making $20-$30 an hour. I was good. And back then, bonuses and when the city would be hot, they pay you a lot more money being in certain areas. Oh my gosh, it was so lovely back then. This was years ago, y'all. It's 2026 now. This was years ago. So I had got driven to Waxhaw, North Carolina. I think it was Waxhaw. I didn't even know Waxhaw because it was night. I wasn't quite for sure where I was going. I don't go down there for nothing. They have a lot of bars and restaurants on the water and all that kind of stuff. Back then I didn't even go down there. So I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know where I was in on this planet, to be honest with you. So I pick up this young no, what happened was I go into this gated community, like a gated community, but this young white teenage boy comes out. And then he kind of holding the door up. I said, "Sir, can you close the door?" He's like, "No, waiting on my friend." I said, My eyes started getting. It's nighttime too. It's like 11, 12 o'clock at night. Now, mind you, it's supposed to be like one person. I got so many stories about Uber and Lyft. So, but GoPuff is the highest paying. But I'm just saying, like, We talk about reminiscences, give y'all some kind of idea. Um, so he holding the door open, and the guy, the black guy, it was a white guy and a black guy, teenage guys, and the black guy comes and gets in the car. They sit behind me. Now I ain't never like nobody sit behind me. I always like for them, like if I'm driving, I like for them to sit over here, so I can just kind of see if they're trying to reach and whatever. Try. I'm just for real. I will always keep a weapon of mass destruction underneath my seat at all at all times. I will always keep my pocketbook where I can grab it if I need to jump out my whole tire car. Like it's serious, right? As a woman driver, as a female driver, you just damn it. You would pick up inebriated men, inebriated women, people on all type of substances. I got stories for days, but not enough to stop me from driving it because I really enjoyed driving it. I felt like I was doing a service, and plus I was making money. I've always tried to look at the positive. I always try to look at how am what I'm doing giving back to people, helping someone who maybe don't have a ride, who need a ride, who didn't want to drink and drive, or getting their child to daycare, or getting them to work that next day or that night, or getting back from that friend house. Or I've been in the middle of people breaking up, they crying in the back seat of my car, that their feelings have been hurt real bad. People done got married, people sneaky links, all kind of stuff. I've illegal activities from one stop to this next drop. Yeah, all kind of stuff, right? So it had nothing to do with me. I never saw these people ever again in life. Like they might have remembered me because I was a driver, but I would never remember them. I don't have that type of memory anyway. So anyway, so they get in the car and the black guy was like, "Oh, I need you to stop at the store. I need you to stop at the store." Doing all this aggressiveness, and I'm not that type. Like you're not gonna kind of bully me to do nothing. So I said, "Well, you gotta change it in the app. I can't do that." Oh, just it's a store right there, store right there. Man, I give you $20. I give you $20 tip. I give you $20 tip. I knew he was full of crap. Okay, whatever. So the gas station was really like going towards where we was going. So they was already on one. So I was like, as soon as these fools get out my car, I'm driving off and cancel it and saying it was harmful. I was fearful for my life, blase, blase. Well, short story long story short, they knew. They knew. They felt it. So one stayed in the car while the other went in the store. I'm pissed now. Cause I'm like, y'all done messed up my master plan. And I didn't know how to handle I didn't know how the police was gonna handle everything. And sometimes you have to just kind of feel in your heart or in your spirit, should you escalate things or should you just kind of stay calm and just, because I stayed calm and it worked out. So anyway, the other one in the store. I can't remember which one was a young white boy, or the young black boy. I don't know one of them. And comes back out. I dropped him off. I look at my app. He didn't tip me. The next day, he never tipped me. So saying all that to say this, people know the game and they will try to play you. But at the end of the day, if your intentions are pure, your intentions are good, what they think they're doing, they're not really getting away with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I never would see them. They might remember me days, years down the line, like, oh, that was my Uber driver once. I remember she picked me up. Um, and then people move all over this planet, so I may never have see them young boys again. But GoPuff actually was my best, highest paying gig out. Uber and Lyft was my next highest paying gig out. And I'm looking at my analytics and I see that y'all asked about work from home jobs. So I will probably come back on here and do a live about my experience working at Live Ops. And I don't work at Live Ops anymore because the computer system, operating system they require now is a 12, Windows 11 or 12, or a gigabyte. I can't remember which one. I think I have a Windows 11. I think it's the gigabytes that I don't have. I have a HP all-in-one, and they don't want HP all-in-one can only go up to like 8, and they need like a 14 now. They've been having some opportunities on there. I will look. I still have access because I renewed my my like my terms of service with the company. I still because I might break down and get one day because I want to get a laptop. That's my next thing. Next work from home job, I want to invest in a laptop because I don't want to be tied down to that room. And that's another thing I was gonna talk to you all about when if I remember when I talked about live ops, things I wish I would have known. I don't like being confined. I don't like being confined. The most I've been able to work the longest is when I could just sit out here and just see out this window, see out that window, look across the room, like just being stuck at that desk back there in my room for hours and hours and my back to the door. You call it trauma, you call it what you want, but it's not for me. So that's all I have for you all today. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching a replay, please let me know down and below if you have experience. If you have experience, if you have experience working live ops, I mean working gig apps. I hope y'all can hear me. But anyway, let me know if you can hear me. And thank you all for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and look check out my stand store.